Shalom. All praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahashai, Bahashem HaKodesh. Double honors unto the apostles and elders of GMS, or the true leaders of Israel today, and salutations to all of the Akim who do this work in truth and sincerity, risking their lives and their freedoms to do so, as well as the scattered Israelites who come looking like the heathen but are not, by way of their forefathers' seeds who are Israelite men. The true name of the Most High is Yahweh, and his son's name is Yahushai, and the Lord's holy chosen people are the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, as well as the ones who suffer under the curses in the book of Deuteronomy. My name is Akalia, and I'm from the GMS Jamaica Kingston Camp. And this video is about Bible prophecy, all right, regarding, contention that is supposed to be happening, especially over there in America, contention among the people there, all right. And of course, the situation with Trump has occurred. Yesterday it happened. Apparently there has been an assassination attempt, as they are calling it over there in America, which is Mr. Babylon the Great. That's what they're calling it on all of their mainstream media. It is the number one hottest thing going on right now in America on the news. But I'll say this: remain focused and remain vigilant, all right, and keep your eyes wide open, because while these things are going on, the system for the mark of the beast, which the mark of the beast is a microchip, that system is coming in daily. Every single day, they are improving on the system and implementing it. It takes truly a lot of time. There are a lot of parts to move. That's Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, the rulers of this wicked kingdom today. Okay, they're doing this. They're elite, and it takes a lot to do it. All right, so it's going to take time, right? But don't forget about that, okay? When you're observing the times, right, you have to measure the time diligently. And when you're measuring the time diligently, what's important is that you measure it by way of the prophecies which are in the scriptures, okay? So always be mindful of that mark of the beast prophecy, all right? The destruction cannot come, the salvation cannot come until that prophecy comes to pass. All right, Revelation chapter 3 and verse 10, the hour of temptation, Revelation chapter 13, verse 16, 17, 15 as well. Okay. Yeah. So just keep that in mind. But going back to this Trump situation, truth be told, I'm looking at it and I'm seeing the information come out, all kinds of information regarding the veracity of the situation itself, the witchcraft that is clearly at hand from these warlocks, these Edomites, okay, that are ruling. All right, the witchcraft that is at hand is very heavy, very heavy. One of the witchcraft that I'm speaking about is the one that they clearly use very often, which is that Simpsons television show, which obviously who runs the world, right? The Edomites. The earth is given into the hands of the wicked. So the wicked are in rulership, and obviously they're doing contrary to righteousness. So they are completely against the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Shemishai, and completely against Yahweh Shemishai. But a part of their witchcraft is that they put it in all of their media. It's not just in the Simpsons kind of situation, but in all media. They put the information out there as like a prediction in their media, television shows, movies, etc., cartoons, and then they fulfill it like a self-fulfilled prophecy of sorts. They fulfill it, right? So apparently there has been this Simpsons episode, which let me get that real quick. Let's see if it comes up. Simpsons Trump. Okay, because I'm sure like social media is talking about this, because people are like privy to such things on various different levels, right? So here it is. So even some news outlets are like reporting this, even the Economic Times. Did the Simpsons predict the attack on Donald Trump? It's such a joke, you know. And that's why when you're looking at these media sites, please just be aware. Remember who we're dealing with. We're dealing with the devil, right? Great deception is at hand. Truly. I mean, they literally the level of deception is at hand that they literally stole our heritage and claim that they are us. You know what I'm saying? That's how high level it is. So all of this right here and these other media outlets and whatever, always filter through the scriptures and the prophecies. That's most important. All right. Don't ever take like what they put out there for face value. Okay, truly. But yeah, this is the situation with that, and they're like predicting that he's like dead or something, and now in the Simpsons that he passed, and now this whole thing where he got shot, and I'm seeing some blood. I don't know if it grazed him or something like that. If the accuracy of the individual who did it was meant to graze, I don't know. I don't. There can be all kinds of assumptions to it, all kinds of psyops, all kinds of things, all kinds of motives. I'm sure by this devil. Now, what it is, I don't know. But what I know that it can potentially add to is the prophecy where there will be tensions in America rising, right? Civil war, war among the people, dissension among the people based off of various different kinds of things. Because America is what? Mystery Babylon the Great. What is Babylon? Babal. What is Babel? Confusion. And America is known as that great mixing pot. So that mixing pot is filled with all kinds of peoples, with all kinds of ideologies, and all kinds of contention and all kinds of separation among the people, right? It's not a harmonious place at all. Okay, you have all kinds of people with all kinds of different doctrines and ideas of how to be and how to live and all kinds of things, right? That it's complete confusion going on over there in America and of course the rest of the world, because that that spirit emanates from America and goes to the four corners of the earth, and everywhere is like it. Okay, everywhere has taken on to the ways of America. Okay, so yeah, man. But this situation can lead to certain things and contribute to Bible prophecy, something that of course will have to be observed over time. But it does speak to the times that we're in, because this devil is making some moves, right? He's doing his thing, even if we don't know what it is exactly, okay? And that's completely fine. He's doing his thing. He's making his move. And the scriptures do say that in Revelation chapter 12 and verse 12, it says, "Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you." Who's the devil? The so-called white man, the Edomites, have come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. So he knows his time is short. All right, he knew his time was short. The second when the prophets of Yahweh Shemeshai were risen by the Lord. All right. And we're out there prophesying and speaking the truth. And they know what the truth is. The elite of Esau Edom know what the truth is, and they know that we speak the truth. Okay? And so they knew that that was the sign of their end. And they've been working on bringing out their microchip for decades now, but it's getting close. It's getting close. And so knowing that his time is short, he's coming with great wrath. So he's going to be making moves, and eventually it's going to be, there won't be any more just psyops or whatever else like that, or moving in a kind of political manner, if we want to call it that. Okay, eventually it's going to get on a physical level. Okay, and it's going to get to this in 2nd Esdras chapter 16 and verse 70, "For there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. They shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord." So it's going to get to this point, "For they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses. Then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as gold in the fire." Hear, O ye my beloved, saith the Lord, behold, the days of trouble are at hand, but I will Salakio, I will deliver you from the same, right? So it's eventually it's gonna get to that point, right? And it's a good thing I'm in 2nd Ezra chapter 16, because we are heading into the time of 2nd Ezra chapter 16, and we are heading into the time of 2nd Ezra chapter 15. We're heading into the time of Jacob's trouble as well, Jeremiah chapter 30, okay, and verse 7, right? The time of Jacob's trouble, okay, because these things will add fuel to the fire of what's going on and the tension that is there in America, and will lead to the Bible prophecy, okay, which is like this in Isaiah chapter 19 and verse 2, right? Now the book of Isaiah chapter 19, you know, when it's talking about Egypt, right here in verse 2, it says, and I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians. Who are these Egyptians talking about? Those in America, right? America is known in Revelation, the book of Revelation, it's known as spiritually Sodom and Egypt, right? The Lord said that he will bring you, Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 68, it says that the Lord will bring you into Egypt again by way of ships. All right, so this place, America, is known as an Egypt for us, the Israelites. Okay, and so the Lord here refers to the Egyptians against the Egyptians, those in America. They shall fight everyone against his brother and everyone against his neighbor, city against city and kingdom against kingdom. So it's going to get to a point in America eventually where tensions are going to be high, that people are going to be against each other fighting, as it says. Okay? Right? And Isaiah 19, you know, it talks about America. Like it has, where is it at? You know, like verse 15, neither shall there be any work for Egypt, which the head or tail, branch or rush may do. That is the deterioration of America, which I recently experienced, seeing that firsthand, after not being there for quite some time, going back to America and seeing the state that it is in compared to when I was last there. I can feel a change in the spirit there. I truly can. Okay. And that's why it says, where is it at? Is it not here? Let me see. I was thinking of a different precept, but it's in actually Isaiah 24, where it talks about the city of confusion is broken down. But look at this right here. Verse 14 of Isaiah 19. The Lord Yahweh hath mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof, and they have caused Egypt to err in every work thereof, as a drunken man staggereth in his vomit. And there's a very perverse spirit in the midst of Egypt. You know, as I mentioned before, it is Babylon, that place, right? So there's really no harmony there, because nobody is following the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Shemishah. Like, there is no determined true one way to live, which that way is by way of the law, statutes, and commandments. But people are, their brains are so fragmented to believe in all kinds of different things, that people are just like a vessel of confusion. Okay, but anyway, going back to this, 2nd Ezra chapter 15, we're heading into this time speedily as well. And this is the time that is coming to. First of all, the Lord said that in verse 5, behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. So this is judgment coming to the world. Okay, and here it is in verse 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their action shall stand in their power. And the word sedition from Etymon line, from mid-14th century, is a rebellion, uprising, a revolt, factitious commotion in the state, concerted attempt to overthrow civil authority, violent strife between factions, civil or religious disorder, riot, rebelliousness against authority. So the scriptures literally tell you that this is coming. That's the prophecy at hand, that this Trump situation, right, can contribute to this that is coming to America. It literally says it, for there shall be sedition among men and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their action shall stand in their power. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. So that's martial law. Over this Trump situation, he's not the president of the United States. So I don't think that they're going to call like a national emergency over there in America or something like that. I don't think so, but it could happen. Who knows? But martial law is coming in some way or some form. You know, during the situation during 2020, it was thought that maybe, and they could have called a medical martial law. So martial law can come in different ways where basically they feel that the country is in a state where it needs it. Okay. So yeah, man, this is coming, and we'll just continue to stay tuned into what is going on here and to continue to observe, man, the times. All right. So yeah, man, that's what it is. With that, I'd like to say all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Shemishai, Basham Kakwadesh. Shalom.